The night has fallen. Welcome to the world of bedtime stories, specially created for children.
Today, we're going to share a story called Dager Ella Came to the Hill. On a hill, gently hugged by fluffy clouds, sunlight poured through the layered leaves like golden honey. A century minus old pine tree cradled morning dew on its branches, while a squirrel's bushy tail swept over dewy grass tips, making a soft rustle minus rustle. On this morning filled with bird songs, a gorilla carrying a brown canvas bag crunched through the fallen leaves, his broad shoulders brushed against pine branches, startling a few sparrows pecking at pine nuts. Their wings fluttered whoosh minus whoosh as he stopped, hands on hips, and twirled around. Wow, these trees are 3 times thicker than the ones on the hill I passed yesterday. He rapped his knuckle on a nearby pine trunk, which thudded boom minus boom. And this grass? It's as green as Grand Mogarilla's knitted blanket. When he reached the clear spring at the hill's foot, he saw a colorful butterfly sipping water from the surface. Ripples spread out, mirroring the marshmallow minus like clouds drifting in the blue sky. Suddenly, the gorilla jumped high in the air, and a copper bell on his bag jingled. This is the spot. From today on, Gorilla Strong, am the master of this hill. Strong dropped his backpack on the grass and pulled out a small notebook made of bark. With a charcoal pencil, he scribbled Strong's trees, Strong's grass, Strong's spring. Just then, thump pi ty minus thump footsteps came from below the hill. It was little squirrel Bounce, scampering up with an empty basket. His fuzzy tail looked like a dandelion puff, and a tiny maple leaf clung to the tip of his ear. Bounce needs to pick pinnacones for afternoon tea. The squirrel tilted his head, his black minus bead eyes shining. Brother Strong, can I pick some pine nuts from the trees? Strong instantly spread his arms to block the trunk, his shadow stretching over Bounce like a big net. No way, this is my forest. But last winter, I buried pinnacones under these trees so they could grow tall. Bounce's voice trailed off. Strong suddenly clenched his fists, his knuckles cracking pop minus pop. Keep chattering and Dill knock out all your teeth. Ah! Bounce dropped his basket and bolted, his fluffy tail sweeping down maple leaves that Shem Ina SS drifted around Strong's feet. Soon, rustle minus rustle sounds came from the hillside. Mama Rabbit hopped up with 3 baby bunnies. The tiniest one, Gray, still had a clover leaf in her mouth. Mr. Strong would like to bring the babies to nibble some grass. Mama Rabbit's long ears twitched nervously. Strong stepped into the path, blocking them like a boulder. This grass is mine, but we come here every day to sunbathe. Mama Rabbit tried to explain. Strong suddenly stomped his foot hard on the grass, scaring away grasshoppers that had been munching nearby. You think I won't kick all the little bunnies flying? Run! Mama Rabbit grabbed Gray by the scruff and dashed downhill with the others, their paws pitter minus patter, kicking up dew that splashed cold on Strong's ankles. Down the hill, all the animals hid deep in the woods, and the once minus bustling hillside grew silent. Strong sat by the spring, scooping water into his hands to drink. But today it didn't taste as sweet. As he nibbled a wild fruit from his bag, he heard pat minus pat footsteps from below. The sound thumped like a tiny drum, making the grass tremble. Who dares enter my territory? Strong leapt up and saw an elephant ambling up the hill. The elephant's ears flapped like giant fans, and its trunk curled a fresh wild root, chomp minus chomp as it chewed. Hey, this is my spring. Strong charged forward and punched the elephant's belly. But his fist bounced back like hitting a trampoline, thud. His hand went numb. He kicked the elephant's leg next. The elephant acted as if nothing happened, glug minus glug drinking from the spring. Water trickled from its trunk, forming a tiny rainbow in the sun. When it finished, the elephant gently coiled its trunk around Strong's waist and lifted him into the air. Put me down. Strong flailed his arms, and wild fruit stumbled from his bag. Plop! One bonked his head. I promise I won't be bossy anymore. The elephant set Strong gently on the grass, then used its trunk to curl a large leaf and wipe the sweat from his forehead. Does Strong feel only playing all by himself? Strong stared at his toes, twisting a grass blade around his finger. I've always walked alone. No one ever plays with me wherever I go. The elephant patted Strong's shoulder with its trunk, and the grass rustled. Little Squirrel Bound speaked from behind a tree, and Mama Rabbit hopped back with her babies. Gray held the biggest pinnacone in his paws, a treasure HED saved for 3 days. See, this hill is like a big cake, the elephant said, pointing with its trunk. Pine trees are chocolate sticks, grass is cream, and the spring is strawberry sauce. He guided Strong's hand to stack with bounces and the bunny's paws. Cake tastes sweeter when everyone shares it. Strong suddenly remembered Grandma's knitted scarf in his bag. He fumbled it out and wrapped it around shivering Gray's neck. H- here. For you. Gray's red eyes crinkled into crescents. He pulled a hazelnut from his pocket and pressed it into Strong's hand. For you, Brother Strong, it's super yummy. That afternoon, they built a pinnacone cabin on the grass, and Mama Rabbit wove a clover crown for Strong's head as the sunset painted the hill orange. Strong jumped onto a rock, spread his arms, and shouted from today on, "The forest is every onus. The grass is every onus. The spring is every onus too." Hooray! The animals cheered. Bounds popped the last pine nut into Strong's mouth, and the elephant sprayed a rainbow of water droplets that sparkled like starlight in the sunset. Little friends, this story shows that sharing brings true happiness. Just like Gorilla Strong, when he learned to share the beautiful hill with friends, he gained not only friendship, but filled the once minus lonely hill with laughter. Next time you have tasty candies or fun toys, try sharing them with friends. You might find that joy, like magic, grows bigger and brighter.